Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Treasure Travel. And here's her story. Hi, Ollie. Your channel has helped me tremendously by validating what happened to me as a child and how it has affected me as an adult. The following letter explains more things about my relationships with my narcissist parents. A lot of these seems the same issues and themes they have been covered in your other videos, and that is because there is a textbook pattern to how narcissist parents and their children interact and how that hurts the children. It is important to continue to examine and evaluate these same issues. I hope that by documenting my experiences, I can help validate others, and I appreciate your analysis and commentary on any of these common issues. The overall conclusion to all of this is also the same as you have concluded in many videos: no contact. Living in the past, the present, and future with a narcissist. You are living in the past is apparently a universal accusation that narcissist parents make against their adult children. The implication being that if you bring up anything from the past involving them that is not flattering or should be discussed, that is proof that you have mental problems. Yep. Obviously, the reason this is such a touchy subject with narcissist parents is because they must know at some level that they were bad parents. I am a 52-year-old middle child of two narcissist parents. Take it from me, with respect to a future relationship with narcissist parents, they get so much worse with age. I have been very low contact for 3 years, and now I'm no contact. My mother's specialties are 1. Relentless passive aggression, 2. Constant vitriol, 3. Gaslighting, and 4. Borderline acting out, including smashing framed pictures of my children. Well, isn't she wonderful? My father's specialties are 1. Pathological dissatisfaction with people in general because nobody ever gives him the amount of respect to which he feels entitled. And you notice it's always stuff like that. Respect, stuff that can't be proven. It's all arbitrary, and they get to decide how much of it is enough. 2. Using rage to control his subordinates. 3. Gaslighting, and 4. Extreme lifelong dissatisfaction with his children. The shittiest comments have always been leveled at me by my mother, and always when out of earshot of others. In this way, she can deny to everyone else and me that she said these things. In this letter, I want to discuss and analyze the accusation, insult of living in the past and how it serves as an insurmountable roadblock to adult children having a relationship with their narcissist parents. One of my favorite comedians, Mitch Hedberg, God rest his soul, told the following joke. A friend showed me a picture and said, "This is a picture of me when I was younger." And I said, "Dude, every picture of you is when you were younger. Ain't it about time someone said that?" It is a funny line as he tells it in his stand-up routine because it's true, but we don't usually make such fine distinctions between past and present. Side note, watch old Mitch Hedberg stand up on YouTube if you want some laugh therapy. Heaven forbid if I want to discuss or defend myself against an insult that my mother leveled against me yesterday or a week ago or a minute ago. Once uttered, the insult is in the past and the recipient is required to suck it up. Be damaged by it, and the narcissist is cocked and ready to rage at you if you dare utter a word in your own defense. I do mean it when I said that the recipient is required to be damaged by the remark, because that is what the narcissist's intent, and if the little child or adult does not show damage, then the jabs will escalate. The narcissist parent gets sadistic satisfaction in having such control over their children's self-esteem and emotions. Growing up, my sister would burst into tears after being verbally attacked by mother or father. Frequently, they would then team up to bash her. Basically, they would hurl vicious insults at her until she broke down and cried, and then yell at her for crying, and then, and only then, did they shut up and allow her to run to her room. They obviously got some sort of sick, sadistic satisfaction at having the power and control to bringing a little kid to tears anytime they pleased. There was no other logical explanation for why they would do this repeatedly to a little child, knowing and seeing full well the extent of the damage to the child. Ironically, my sister never did anything bad, never disrespected them, and did whatever she was told and made sure not to be seen, and made sure to be not seen and not heard. They still have that power over her in her 50s. As a kid, I also spent a lot of time in my room, but tended more toward anger rather than crying. I learned not to trust these people at a very young age. I am also angry at them in hindsight for the way they treated my sister and brother. I actually hate them for how they have seriously hurt my sister and brother. Neither my mother nor father ever apologized for their behavior or insults. Nothing can ever be discussed about our fractured relationship because my parents take no responsibility for playing any role whatsoever. They deny any wrongdoing. If denying does not shut you up and hobble you emotionally, then my mother and father tend to go into an extreme offensive mode that frequently includes raging with very immature personal attacks mixed with the generic accusations. You are living in the past. You are overly sensitive. You are a liar. You can't take a joke. You are crazy. You need therapy. You are being disrespectful to your parent. You are always a difficult kid, etc. And we've heard them all. Although you better not dare to bring up anything from the past, the narcissist, on the other hand, frequently brings up things from the past for the purpose of hurting you. Right, the rules don't apply to them. Rules are only one way. They always twist things to frame you as the one at fault and themselves always the innocent victim in every past circumstance. Ollie referred to this tendency as the ammunition locker. Wow, that was an old one. That's an old video. As the ammunition locker filled with past things that the narcissist rescripts and frequently brings up to use, to criticize, intimidate, and embarrass their children. These things are frequently not even originally negative things from the past, but might be something as simple as you asked that the grandparent not give your child a lollipop before dinner, and that gets thrown in your face 20 years later as evidence that you were overly controlling as a mother and tried to disrespect your mother by daring to tell her what the kids could and could not have. Well, they're your kids. And again, that just shows the ownership and the entitlement that the narcissist has. Your kids aren't yours. Your right to raise your kids aren't yours. You can't tell us anything. We be kangs. Don't you know that? That's the narcissist cry. We be kangs. Or accusing you of not making them feel welcome when they came to visit 7 years ago because you took them out to dinner rather than cooking for them. We be kangs. We be kangs. These insights into how my parents actually think and perceive reality and how they are so hell-bent on deprecating me that they twist innocent things from the past and simmer with anger for years tells me all I really need to know. No matter how hard I try to make the relationship work, even if I jump when they snap their fingers and allow them to constantly berate me, a true loving relationship is not possible with people who are so obsessed with trying to bring me down. Concerning self-doubt and how that relates to sorting out the past or living in the past, I want to discuss that briefly. Most of us have heard and agree with the premise that past behavior predicts future behavior. I think this is one of Dr. Phil's catchphrases. Fuck Dr. Phil. I would like to also emphasize a chorality to that premise, which is that present behavior predicts past behavior. This is a very important concept for victims of narcissists to understand because we tend to wallow in self-doubt when we doubt our accurate recollection of the past because, one, our parents tell us it did not happen, and two, no child really wants to believe that the people who were supposed to love them unconditionally really did not. For example, for the first premise, if someone is not a good mother, then we should not expect that they would be a good grandmother. Clearly, yeah. Which is why I say no contact. They don't change; they change tactics. And for the corollary premise to that is that if someone is a cold and negative grandmother to your children, then you can trust that they were a cold and negative mother to you. Even with total amnesia, one actually has a very accurate picture of how their parents treated them in the past when they were younger, simply by how their parents treats them in the present. Seriously, if your parents treat you without respect as an adult, then you can trust your memories that you were treated without respect as a young child. And it is the same to stop clinging to any fantasies that everything they did for you, or that other goddamn cliche, my parents did the best they could. You couldn't make this shit up. Treasure trove. Look, whether they use the exact same tactics on you as an adult, or your children as an adult, or they change tactics by making your children the golden child to turn against you, past behavior, present behavior is always going to predict future behavior. Present behavior indicates past behavior. Clearly. But your parents operate as kings and serfs. And what applies to the royalty doesn't apply to everyone else. We be kings. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? That's their response to everything. When they do this, what they're saying is, but we be kings. We be kings. That's it. Royalty. Evil royalty. Put your parents in that light and you're going to understand the whole thing, because they can't. There's nothing they can't get away with. The rules don't apply to kings. They only apply to everyone else. The kings and their jesters, that's all you were. If they be kings, that makes the rest of you jesters, your brothers and sisters. You're nothing more than the king's jesters. That's where the mocking comes from. Make me laugh, Jester. Make me laugh. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. I hope that helped. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or you just want to sponsor the channel in general and see it grow and succeed, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. And if you're still unclear, wait for the instructional video link to pop up on the screen at the end of this video to walk you through all that. And if it's not popping up, make sure you don't have your pop-up blocker on. Please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.